Hello, guys, and welcome back to my ongoing series on the Bhagwad Gita. Here, I would like to start with the Shlok 40 of the Adhyay 1 of the Bhagwad Gita, where Arjun is continuing to talk about how he feels terrible about having to kill his own kinsman in battle, and how he can't bring himself to do it exactly. And he's talking about the conditions of what will happen even if he wins, because he's actually afraid of the consequences of large scale destruction of society. So Shlok 40, Adhyay 1, Bhagavad Gita. अधर्मा विभवाः कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ण वार्णेय जायते वर्णशंकर. That is, when irreligion or adharma is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Vrishini, comes unwanted progeny. So here Arjun is talking essentially that when a society is on the verge of destruction, there is rise in sexual promiscuity. He refers particularly here to the rise of sexual promiscuity in women. I personally believe that sexual promiscuity, unfortunately, uh, rises amongst everyone. But it is true that women do that human evolution and human mating is driven by female choice. And to that end, I do believe that it is women who control access to mating, at least as far as human beings are concerned. And so this finds parallel in all societies. So essentially, there have been multiple books written on how Rome fell and what were the practices of the Romans before it fell, and a study of multiple other societies as well. And in all cases, they have found that before these societies degraded and before there was large scale degradation, people just became obsessed with their own pleasures. They would do all kinds of inappropriate things. There were no boundaries on anything. And this overall destruction of boundaries led to large scale chaos in society. And he talks in Shlok 1, Shankaro Narakyaiva Kula Kulasya cha Patani Pittaro Ya Esham Lupta Pindoka Kriya. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances offering them food and water are entirely stopped. So in Hindu tradition, it is customary to offer the ancestors some food. So we leave some food aside for them and we offer them as a sacrifice to honor our ancestors. And essentially, what Arjun is talking about is that when there is breakdown of the family, right, then there is large scale breakdown of society. Why? Because the family is the smallest unit of any society. And so a classic case would be the unfortunate example of African Americans in the United States of America. So African Americans were subjected to slavery. Then they were subjected to discriminatory laws of the Jim Crow era. Essentially, they were treated as second class citizens officially until 1965. And some would argue that to some extent they're still treated as second class citizens even today. Because of this, because, and additionally, like black men would be locked up in jail, and would be given excessive criminal sentences for things as minor as selling marijuana, and a white person doing the same thing wouldn't necessarily receive such a harsh prison term. All of this led to destruction of the has led to the destruction of the black family. And maybe might also be some other factors involved there. But essentially, what has happened is now a catastrophe where a significant number of black children are raised in homes where the the male is either completely absent or he's not the biological father. And one often finds that the rate of physical and sexual abuse is higher by a factor of like I don't know the exact numbers, but it is significantly higher when the parent is a step parent rather than a biological parent. Because when you are a when you and again, this is no how do I say? I'm just quoting data here. So this is no. I don't mean to throw any shade. I'm sure there are a lot of wonderful people who are amazing step parents and love their stepchildren as they would their own children. However, the data and the facts remain what they are, regardless of someone's personal beliefs. So this is what Arjun is talking about. He's talking about the large scale degradation and destruction of society. He's talking that that people will increasingly pursue a hedonistic path, which ultimately will not lead to good consequences. दोष दोष दोषे एति कुलघ्नानं वर्णशंकर कराकय उतस उत्सद्यांते जाति धर्म कुल धर्मश्च शाश्वतः. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated. उत्सनः कुलधर्मं मनुष्यमं जनार्दन नरके नियतं वसो भवत्यय अनुशुशुर्मा. O Krishna, maintainer of all people, I have heard by disciplinic succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell always in hell. Aho, but the mahatpapam कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यद्राज्यसुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः. Alas, how strange it is that we are preparing to commit greatly sinful acts. Driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. Yadi mama pratikara mashastra mashastram shastra panayah dhartarashtra rane hanyustamme ksheman taram bhavet. Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Sanjay Uvachaha Evamuktva Arjuna Sankhye Rathopastha Upavishatah Visrujya Sasharam Chapam Shokasam Vigna Manasa. Sanjay said, Arjuna, thus having spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bows and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed in grief. Thus, we come to the one of the most crucial phases in the Bhagwad Gita, where right before the battle is about to commence, Arjun finds himself overcome by his own conscience and he is unable to fight because he believes that he can still win, but he believes that one, he even if he wins, he's not doing it for the right reasons. He believes that, oh, why should I kill my own kinsman just to enjoy royal happiness? Why should I kill my own happiness to enjoy a kingdom? And he also says that I am doing it so that I can enjoy this kingdom with my kinsmen, not against them. So he said, we work so that we and our kinsmen and our loved ones can enjoy prosperity together. So what would be the point of killing them to get the prosperity? Another thing that he feels is that, okay, let's say we win and we kill our kinsmen and it is the right thing to do, and we are able to achieve victory and so on and so forth. He still sees a terrible destruction of society, because he feels all that bloodshed will lead to destruction of family tradition, will lead to large scale societal chaos, and the eventual degradation of society into this kind of hedonistic hellscape where everyone is succumbing to their own perversions and is not engaged on the path of dharma. and this is what he wants about. And with this, I would like to conclude the first adhyay of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In the next video, I will begin with the second adhyay of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Uh, Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your views in the comments. And Jai Shri Krishna.